Hi, I'm Brandon. Welcome to my channel, Books in the Shire. As the name of the video suggests, I am finally finishing the Stalking Jack the Ripper series by Kerri Maniscalco. I started reading this series earlier this year and I instantly was in love. I never thought it would be for me, but it is. I really enjoy it. So here we are finally reading Capturing the Devil, which is the last book in the series. So I'm really excited to finish the series. The last 3 books I devoured. I read them so quickly and I had such a good time. Yes, that was my cat. He agrees. He loves these books. They've just been a lot of fun. I just enjoy it. It's like nothing too serious and that's what I like about it. So now I'm finally getting to Capturing the Devil and I will finish out one more series. So I think this year I've done a pretty good job, even though I know not my last video, but a recent video, I talked about all the series I'm in the middle of. So that was a little rough, but we're getting there slowly but surely, even though I will add more series. Anyway, I did start reading this book this morning. I am up to page 129 and I am having a good time. Oh, also, I should probably preface this with, this will most likely have spoilers. It is the last book in a series, so beware. I will try to say when it's a spoiler. This is a spoiler, so skip ahead, but they are getting married, which I already knew was going to happen. Not I knew, but I expected that to be like the last chapter in this book, like that's how the series would end. No, these bitches are getting married 120 pages in, and I'm like, what why? I don't understand it. They explained it, but honestly I don't understand the reasoning. Granted, this is 1800s, so my brain does not function like that, but yeah, I don't know why they're getting married so early. I wasn't expecting this to be linked to the Jack the Ripper murder case from the first book, but I'm kind of not surprised it is. I'm intrigued to see what happens. Also, this is a major theory, but I really, really hope that the murderer is a woman. I don't know, it's just giving me those vibes. I just feel like it's gonna be a woman. I don't know, I just feel like they're kind of dropping hints that it is a woman, especially because Audrey Rose keeps saying like, or she, which she's probably done that in other books. I totally can't remember, but like, I don't know. I kind of want it to be a woman, so it like really like turns it on its head. So far, because they're getting married, a lot has been focused on their relationship, but we have gotten stuff for the crime, and a little bit about like their thought processes. Like I said, that it's connected to the Jack the Ripper case from the first book. So I am enjoying that, and I really hope that this does still focus a lot on the mystery despite more like personal things going on. I'm wondering if like the marriage is happening quickly just so it can be over and done with and they can focus on the mystery, or if like it really is just going to focus more on their personal lives. I don't know, we'll see. I finished Capturing the Devil this morning and I ended up giving it 4 stars. I think realistically it's closer to 3.5 stars, but I just like the series. I like the, that's my alarm, so sorry. I just like the series and I like the characters and stuff, so that's kind of why I bumped it up a bit. But I think it's closer to a 3.5, and that primarily for me is because This one focused a lot on the relationship between Audrey Rose and Thomas, and it felt like the ending was a bit rushed because there was so much focus on the two of them that it was like, oh yeah, we have a mystery going on, like, we should probably do that. So didn't entirely love that, but I also didn't hate it. I was kind of like, whatever, but it was annoying because I wanted more about the mystery. The mystery doesn't start to pick up until part 2, which is around page 240. So if that kind of gives you an idea, there's a little bit of it in the very beginning, but then for like 150 to 200 pages, it's a lot of like character focuses, and then it switches to the plot. But even in the last 200 pages, it's still a lot about Audrey Rose and Thomas. Like I said, I felt like the mystery was just kind of rushed. I think I had said this in a previous thing. This is a spoiler, major spoiler, but I really wanted the murderer to be a woman, and it turns out it's a man, which I'm not entirely surprised by. But, like, I wasn't surprised that it was a guy, but it was a little disappointing, because also there's some passages, there's a section where the murderer, like in a letter or something, like quotes Romeo and Juliet, and I was like, that kind of made me think again that it was a woman, but it turns out it was a man, and it was not romantic love, it was like a friendship love, which is fine and everything, but I just kind of wish that there was more about the mystery, like we got more. I don't know, and I felt like he was taken down pretty quickly, and like there's a moment where, because he kidnaps Audrey Rose, and so she's like in his dungeon, whatever you want to call it, and so she's trying to get away from him, and like they have a little bit of a standoff, and a lot of it is just talking. They're just talking, which is like totally fine, I don't mind that, but then it felt like she pretty quickly got out of the situation, which I'm not saying that like because she's a woman she wouldn't have, but she has a bad leg, and it's like, I know that adrenaline can do some crazy things, but I was like, she just got out of it a little too quickly for having a bad leg, you know, given what happened in the 3rd book. But it's not the end of the world. I did have a good time. I actually did enjoy it. I know a lot of people don't like this book, and I can understand reasons why. Like I said, it really focuses more on the relationship rather than plot. If you're going here for mystery, there's not much. But I think it's still well written. I think it's enjoyable. This is totally random, but I do think the epilogue is pretty cheesy, but that's okay. I was smiling during it, so I was totally invested, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just really happy I found this series because it's a lot of fun. I think I've said this a lot, but I kind of appreciate that it doesn't take itself too seriously. Like, it falls into a lot of tropes, but it's never like a trying to be unique about them type of way. It's just like standard, like, yeah, I'm doing this trope, live with it. And I appreciate that. And I think like the mysteries are a lot of fun, even though, you know, I wasn't a fan of all of the mysteries. I still think that they were fun. Particularly the side characters, I think really made a lot of these stories. I do think Audrey Rose and Thomas are pretty decent main characters. But I think the side characters are what make this series something really fun, because they're unique. I like that Kerri Maniscalco kind of just did her things with it. Like, I don't think any of the side characters are similar to each other, which makes it fascinating. So, like, in book 3, where you meet Mephistopheles, like, he's just a fun random guy. Like, it's just fun, but there's no other characters like him in the series, which makes him so unique. And then, like, Daciana, Thomas's sister, she's just really enjoyable. Same with, is her name Ileana? Daciana's girlfriend? I can't remember, but both of them are a lot of fun. So I just really enjoy this series. I think also these books are pretty atmospheric, particularly Hunting Prince Dracula. I think that one had the most atmosphere to it, but I think all 4 of them have some pretty decent atmosphere, which was a lot of fun. I'm like so shocked I love this series, but I'm so glad I do because it was just a lot of fun. I'm just gonna say it was a lot of fun a lot, so sorry in advance. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another one.